Hey there, hey, and thank you for tuning into this Thursday pod of Born to Be a Star. Today is another day, another opportunity for you to recognize your star power, and I am ready to hit the hay and go to sleep for another day of work tomorrow. It has been a long week, and I just feel like it's never going to end. I'm currently watching a posh show of earrings and a bunch of other things too, and this is pretty entertaining and interesting. Um, I've gotten so much jewelry out of this. I really got to stop buying stuff at this point. But it's lots of fun, and I'm really enjoying it. Today is another day, another opportunity for you to look in the mirror and recognize your star power. To recognize that you can do anything you put your mind to and do it, right? We should be looking in the mirror, reflecting on where we've been and where we're going. And we should reflect on the fact that we should love our reflection in that mirror. We are only what we see if we believe in what we see, right? We should be starting off the day by saying to ourselves, yes, I can. Yes, we can. Accomplish the goals that we put forth. Change our minds. Try something different. Yes, I can. Learn how to play chess in a better, faster pace. Yes, I can. Maybe learn how to play some sort of instrument. Maybe it's the drums. Yes, I can get a better workout regimen. Yes, I can meet new friends, read a new book. Yes, I can decide I want to get a different, apartment or condo, or buy a new house, or get a new car, or change my hairstyle, or buy a new mirror for the bedroom, or get a new bed. Or yes, I can adopt a pet. Yes, I can decide I want to become a parent. And yes, I can decide I want to do something different. That's the idea, right? Moving on from the idea of yes, you can is the idea of no, you can't ever give up. Because, right, how can you love yourself and anyone else and be willing to give up on them? How's that going to accomplish anything? Is it going to accomplish anything with you giving up? I don't know. It shouldn't, though. We have to do a better job of holding on to things that are important and fighting and persevering through the difficulty to get back to the good. That should be the answer. The answer shouldn't be, no, this is difficult. I don't know how I'm going to get through it. That's not faith. That's not energy. And that is not success. That is defeat. And that is just giving in to sadness. And I almost got caught up in that yesterday, right? But it's okay. Today is another day, another opportunity for you to persevere through the difficulty and say, I'm never going to give up. It's also another day for you to say, why not today? I'm not going to push today off for tomorrow. I'm going to accomplish the goals that I have set forth. I am going to do all the things I'm supposed to do, like get the dishwasher fixed so I can wash dishes without doing them by hand because it's not 1942. I am going to verify that the washing machine works correctly in the basement so I can wash my clothes for my family. And I am going to make sure my car works. Or I'm going to contact my mechanic. I'm going to make sure I'm doing everything the correct way. Because if I don't, I know that things aren't going to operate correctly. And then how am I going to live and adjust with that? That is the question, isn't it? I don't know if we have an opportunity here to continuously push off today for tomorrow, to pretend like we have the ability to control time, to act as if we can buy it too. Like we don't have enough money to buy that. We have to be fully aware if we have time and we have the availability to accomplish and do something, we should not push off today for tomorrow. We should get things done. That should be the case. We should always be trying to do things differently. And if we're not, we're going to regret it. That's the answer, right? That. Moving on from that, let's get to the next part of the conversation. which is the main part of the conversation, which is the headlines. No media allowed, no media allowed, no media allowed, because a lot of us anyway. The whole democratic movement and the leftist blue cities and the insanity happening in New York and California and Chicago and everywhere isn't working. Yeah, are you surprised by that? You shouldn't be. Honestly, this Biden administration is a joke. Why isn't the government condemning these actions on these campuses by these, protesters, right? What are we waiting for? What? What are we waiting for? I wonder, are we actually sitting here pretending like the actions that we're seeing on the streets of the United States of America is okay? This leftist world first party is okay? We want to pretend like not caring about the values and the principles and things that actually matter to Americans is okay? Seriously? When's it in? That's the question. When's it in? What are we waiting for? That's another question. I don't know. It's not just that, though. It's a lot of things, honestly. And it's just sad and pathetic and just weird. Like that I have to have these questions. Yesterday we discussed race. And it just feels so strange that we have to talk about race in this context. The Democratic Party has used black people since their existence began, telling them that they should be okay with poverty, not having any money, barely surviving, because it's convenient for them to keep them in a black hole, not in reality. That's what happened. So, how does that work? I don't know. Why is it that we are pretending like
Thank you, Born Star. They're super cute. Yeah.
why are we pretending like these things are a joke? Why is it we're acting like the attack of anyone from any nationality, of any sex, is okay? Now, I'm specifically talking about race here because DEI is overused to a point of no return, and the idea of sexuality is just uncomfortable at this point. The thing people don't recognize is maybe I don't want to hear about your sexuality or what you think or how you feel. Maybe I don't care about that. And the idea that you're forcing this on me is uncomfortable, right? I don't want to hear about you being a man wanting to be a woman or you being a woman wanting to be a man. First of all, if I'm hearing this, then part of me is assuming something is wrong with you. I'm just going to say that. Like, part of me is wondering what is wrong with you, that you would be so gullible to cave to doctors and pharma so easily, right? You're very easily persuaded into something that makes no logical sense, actually, right? If you have any common sense, right? Chances are, if a doctor's telling you that you should take all this medication and you should be addicted to all these things, so you have to constantly go back to a doctor for the rest of your life, that they don't actually care about your health or your wellness. They want you to be mentally ill, so you continuously need this crap. That's the joke for this, right? They are making up a bunch of things that don't make any sense, punishing people for no reason, making a Frankenstein doll. It makes no sense to me. And it drives me insane that this party of idiots gets to continuously attack and mistreat and pretend like they have some ownership over something that they don't, right? No one owns anybody. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter where you did whatever at. You're not owned by another person. I know we want to pretend like they are. How long did the Democratic Party think they were going to be able to get away with this stuff? They don't answer questions. Joe Biden runs around like an idiot all the time, and I can't even understand what the hell he's saying, let alone what the hell he's doing. So there's that. And it's just insane. It is insane. But okay. We really got to do a better job here of calling it out. The Democratic Party has failed. It's embarrassing. No one should take any of their stupidity personally. No one likes California, and everyone's leaving, and everybody knows that, you guessed it, Gavin Newsom can't do math, and he is a moron. You got this chick that was involved in weight and health for a very long time, who got up with her kids and left and went to Florida because she couldn't stand it. And it's a known person, right? She's out. The gender joke is what I just told you. It is a pharma joke, and it is a con, right? You're going to misgender your children, right? You're going to pretend like your little boy is a little girl. You're going to do all this ridiculous shit. It's a pathetic joke. Where does the money go that we spend, that they spend? I don't know, but it don't go to me. So I'd like to know the answer to that question. And I doubt I'll ever have it. Because it definitely doesn't go for infrastructure. Because I see holes in the road every day and they're not fixing anything. I can tell you that much. They continuously say that they're doing one thing, but they're doing another. I'm okay with the drill, baby, drill. I don't like the whole electric crapper that they're trying to pull. And I think we got away from their stupidity. We got to get away from their stupidity. Because if we don't get away from their stupidity, we are all doomed. Not just in the United States of America, but the entire world. Because if America fails, the world is going to fail with it. Just going to say it. Just going to say it. But some parts of the world aren't falling victim to stupidity like America. I like in other parts of the world where they don't okay the insanity as much as they do here. So, let's end this off with something funny. More lies, less pies. True that. Moving into the main part of the conversation here. Good parents parent. I was just talking about the trans thing and, how do you get to a point where you want to change your sexuality like that? You know what a good parent does? They don't allow their kids to be subjected to any of the insanity that I just said. A good parent isn't going to have their child in a public school right now. And I don't want to hear anything about money. There's too many opportunities. There's too many things that can be done for you to protect your child from these fucking monsters and these vampires that are trying to suck their blood. Like, literally. In every way, in every regard. That's what they're doing. A real parent should know everything happening with their kids And I mean everything.
Bangles. So these ones are
I
new
mean everything.
for my show tonight. I just had to show you super quick.
They literally should know everything happening with their kid to the point where if something is changing, they're aware of it. Not that they're confused and they don't know what's happening. Where they try to misgender your kid at school. As a parent, you shouldn't allow any of that. Your kids shouldn't be subjected to all the social media. They don't need to be on TikTok at 10. They don't even really need to be on YouTube, right? Your kid should be a kid. They need to go outside and play. A real parent has to understand parenting. Parenting is not being your kid's friend, it's being their parent, right? Someone that really cares about them and wants them to succeed. They need to be able to read, they need to be able to write, they need to be able to hold a comprehensive conversation, and they have to understand the basics to survive. There are kids in other countries around the world that are like 20 times smarter than the kids in the United States of America, and that is likely because the education department in this country is horrible and it sucks. I'm just going to come out and say it. Your responsibility as a parent is to give your child the ability to be a kid and to enjoy their childhood, and then prepare them for adulthood so they can achieve goals and prosper and conquer the world, right? At a very young age, they should understand things very easily so they can achieve things that are important to them, whether it be buying a house, purchasing a car, traveling, whatever the case may be. They should know all the options that they have available. That shouldn't be something that they're questioning. It should be something that they understand very clearly at a very young age. A real parent understands the responsibility of having kids, because having kids isn't something that you could just pass on. It's something that you're going to be involved with for basically ever, right? Don't have kids if you're not going to pay attention to them, if you're not going to be there for them, you're not going to listen to them, and you're not going to attempt to understand them. That is selfish, and it's not okay. And I'm just going to say that. And I know people probably don't want to hear what I'm saying, or they have whatever opinion, but if we're going to save kids, we got to do it together. That is it. Parents, the first thing you got to do is be a real parent, not their friend, their parent, right? When they're 2 years old and they're running around, they're trying to shove everything in their mouth and they don't understand nap time and they want this or they want that, you got to really be a parent and say, yeah, like, Naomi, I know you wanted this, but right now you're not getting that, so yeah. Because they'll love you again in 5 seconds after you get mad and have a tantrum, but parenting is something where you have to be willing to take the position seriously. Outside of parenting, let's get to the next part of the conversation. Your dreams depend on your reach. If you have a dream and you want to accomplish something, or you want to succeed, or you want to do something really spectacular and cool, you can't let anything stop you. Your dream depends on your reach means, like, if you're trying to accomplish something or achieve something, you shouldn't stop. I told you many times how much I love podcasting, and that at some point I want to seriously move 100% into the podcasting world, and I want to not have to work a day job, and I want my day job to be me podcasting, me traveling the world, me meeting my listeners, me doing that. I want that to be my life, and that is the goal. I'm not just here because I don't want to do something that I love. This is what I love. I took a risk being a podcaster, thinking no one would listen to this. I took a risk talking about, I don't know, politics on a podcast too, thinking people wouldn't understand. I did. I took a risk doing these things. And do I regret any of it? The quickest answer is no. I don't let my dreams hinder, and neither should you. whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, whatever it is you're trying to do, don't stop doing it. Be brave. Be willing to fight. Don't put off today for tomorrow. Don't stop reaching for the sky. Understand that the sky is the limit. And if you want to be successful, you can't stop. If you want to create, a woman's product, if you want to create a perfume, if you want to do any of these things, you can't stop until you achieve it. That should be the goal. And if it isn't, you should make it. We need to do a better job of being ourselves. Be careful trusting in those who aren't trustworthy. And I know this must be a very complicated conversation because people want to believe that, people are trustworthy. But not everybody is your friend. I know at some point people want to talk to you and they want to say a bunch of stuff and they want to do this or they want to do that, but not everybody is your friend. Not everybody has the best intentions for you, and you really got to be careful who you trust, right? You should have qualifications for people to get through first before you give them the trust option, because not everyone is trustworthy. So be careful. That's the moral of the story. Be fully aware of the fact that you could be trying to accomplish something, and the moment you tell somebody what you're trying to accomplish, they can steal your ideas. You could be trying to do something special, and the moment you try to do it, they can tell you that you can't do it, right? Be careful who you're really investing your time and your love into. Because somebody you might think's your best friend might be your worst enemy. Just a thought. Not everybody is trustworthy. Next part of the conversation. Don't chase friendship. I know sometimes it feels like, oh my God, I want to do this, I want to do that, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. But as I get older, I recognize that I can't chase people to be my friends. I can't chase people at all, really. First of all, I don't have time for that. And second of all, I'm not a little girl. And third of all, I don't really want to be around people that are making me chase their friendship, because I'm worth more than that. And I value myself to a very high degree. And I'm not doing that for anybody. I don't care. Like, pass. Not worth my time at all. In any way, any shape, any regard. I'm good. And I think you should be good too. Nobody should do that to themselves. It ain't worth it. Give a high pass to that and let that ship sail. Don't chase friendship. Don't trust people who aren't trustworthy, and don't be desperate either, right? And I'm not saying like with your family members. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about with strangers. Like, oh, are you going to do this with me now? Oh, are you going to do that? Blah, blah, blah. That, no, don't do it. Be strong. Moving on from the main part of the conversation and the idea that desperation gets you nowhere, because it does. Cheating on tests, not doing things the correct way, showing up half awake at your job, being unreliable, irresponsible, and ignorant isn't the answer. And if you think it is, I think that we got to do a better job in every regard. Finally, let's get into watching things outside of the fact that we're not being desperate. We're being aware of what we are worth, everything and more. Godzilla's -1, that's on Netflix. Damsel, Netflix. Lucy, Night Teeth. I think that's like a horror movie about vampires, but I'm not sure. I didn't watch the preview of that. We'll see. Rebel Moon Part 2. I think I gotta watch Rebel Moon Part 1 because I don't really remember Rebel Moon Part 2. Do you remember Rebel Moon Part 1? What was that about again? I'm having mixed feelings. I don't know. Outside of Rebel Moon Part 2, which I definitely need to watch the first one of, Meg 2, I think that's leaving Netflix soon, so I really do need to watch that. Heartbreak High, that there's another teen booper that I should probably look at. You know how I feel about my teen shows. I love having access to these over dramatic shows with these really annoying teenagers. I don't know, that's just my thing, man. Like before a lot of these CW shows got whack, I really used to love CW, but then it went the wrong way. So we'll see what happens with that latest show there. We'll see what happens. Me and Skip watched the latest first episode of Mayor of Easttown, and honestly, we watched it, and I really don't know what happened in the first episode. I'm really still questioning that. I don't know. Maybe if you watched it, you can send me a message and explain it to me. I'd appreciate that, man. Outside of the Heartbreak High, which looks okay, there's also a Love is Blind Sweden, and there's a bunch of other countries with Love is Blind. So are they doing like Love is Blind in like multiple countries? I guess they are. I don't know what we're gonna watch later. I'm currently watching some show on TV. I'm about to put Murder She Wrote on and pass out. I kind of want to see what's at the movies this weekend. We'll find out. Moving on from watching things to eating things, I'm still watching the latest season of Hell's Kitchen as well. Today for lunch I had lasagna. Today for dinner we had chicken parm. It was delicious. Love it. Sweet potato salad. Have you ever tried sweet potato salad? I kind of want to try it. It sounds good. I saw a recipe for it on Pinterest and it looked pretty cool. Outside of the sweet potato salad, I'm assuming you put everything that you would put into potato salad in the sweet potato salad. The only difference is you're using a sweet potato instead of a regular potato. So I say we should try that. Sounds pretty good to me. Sweet and spicy ground turkey. So you're basically taking ground turkey, you're adding in soy sauce, Kojang sauce or sweet and sour sauce, and then you can add in whatever veggies you want. Now you can have that with rice, without rice. You can add a veggie with that. Very flavorful, very good, very tasty. I think you should try it. Whipped feta and cucumber dip. Now that definitely sounds like something that definitely goes with the weather right now as it starts to get hotter. Damn, I kind of want to try that right now. I think it's going to be very flavorful and very filling. And you can have this with, obviously, celery or carrots or naan or anything very light. I think you'll be very surprised with how good it is. Cilantro lime chicken salad. Definitely something I want to try too. I kind of want to go straight up salads this summer. I'm tired of the rice and all the thick things. I want more lighter things available. So I think I'm sticking with salads this summer. We'll see what happens. Homemade chicken tenders. Now, when we talk about homemade chicken tenders, what exactly are they talking about? Like, is this where you like dip the chicken tenders in the egg batter and then you dip it in like the baking soda or the baking powder? And then you put these in the oil and you deep fry them or you air fry them in the air fryer? Or are you just putting them in the oven, right? How exactly are you getting the chicken tenders? There's so many different recipes and ways to do this. I think you need to find whichever you're most comfortable with and see if you like that. But I do think homemade chicken tenders are probably going to taste better than getting chicken tenders anywhere else. because you can add in all the flavor you want if they're homemade. You really have no way to add in extra flavors if you're getting it from somewhere else. I think there's so many options and so many opportunities for you to get creative with, chicken tenders at home. We should just go on Pinterest and find whichever works best for us, honestly. My friends, it is the end of the pod of Born to Be a Star. Thank you for tuning in on this Thursday afternoon, night, or morning. Don't forget that you are a star wherever you are. Brothers and sisters from everywhere, us, you, they, them, we. The girls and the boys, the men and the women, all of us together. All around the world, regardless of the color of your skin, where you grew up on the street when you were 2, or where you live at now, recognize your star power. Hand in hand, not only are we going to save the world, every country that exists in it, including the one I live in right now, maybe even the one you live in, whether it's Romania, Germany, Taiwan, China, Ukraine, Russia, Italy, Berlin, Australia, Canada, New York, Thailand, wherever it can be, maybe, wherever you are, recognize your star power. Recognize you need to use your light to radiate positivity. So not only can we change this planet, not only can we fix the issues that exist here, but we're going to fix everything. The galaxies beyond the galaxies beyond the galaxies, and the solar system beyond that. Because we are the light. We are the beginning, the middle, the end, and everything in between that. We are omnipresent, just like Jesus Christ himself. We were here when everything began, and we'll be here when everything ends and starts again. We are light. And I know in the darkness I can see your light, and I hope that you can see my light too. Stars, radiate your light among the world. I will see you same place, same time tomorrow. Don't forget that you are a star wherever you are. Nighty night. Bye.